Doaa Al Zamel was living peacefully in Syria before the outbreak of the civil war in 2011. Her family did not feel safe living in their village and decided to flee to Egypt. While in Egypt, she met her future fiancé Bassem. It was hard for her family to find jobs, and as time went on, Doaa's family felt unsafe once again from the disturbance of the Egyptian people. Bassem noticed this and decided to take action and leave his country. They both knew the risks, but they decided dying on their way to Europe was better than living a life of fear. So at 11 p.m. in the middle of the night, Doaa and Bassem packed their bags and headed to a barren sandy beach. Bassem had paid the smugglers $5,000, his life savings, to be taken overseas. They ran into the water to get onto a small boat with 500 other people, with their knees up to their chest. Doaa didn't know how to swim, but she had no choice but to flee. The boat was hot and cramped, with little to no water and zero food. Passengers were dehydrated and nauseous with terrible sickness. It took 2 days before Doaa said to Bassem, "We will never reach the shore. We will all sink." On the third day, Doaa was woken up by the sound of men screaming at smugglers, telling them to put the passengers on their ship. When the smugglers refused, the men laughed and said, "Let the fish eat your flesh," and rammed Doaa's boat. Within minutes, 500 people capsized into the Mediterranean Sea, frightened and begging for their lives. She saw a child get cut up into the boat's propeller and people tugging on her hair as they drowned. It was then she noticed her life jacket was a fake, as she started to drown as well. "Put this over your head," said Bassem, as he handed her a small floaty toy to stay buoyant. After the whole crash, there was only about 100 people alive, huddled together and praying. Within the next couple of hours, more people started to drown and give up. 2 parents had given Doaa their babies before drowning in the sea. Bassem had told Doaa, "I am sorry, my love, please forgive me," before the sea taking his life as well. When the sun rose the next morning, Doaa realized there was only around 25 survivors left out of the original 500. On the 4th day, Doaa spotted a merchant boat. For 2 hours she shouted after they finally found her with searchlights and tossed her a rope. They were astonished to find a young woman with 2 babies in her arms. The boat took her and the children to Greece. Unfortunately, only 1 baby survived. Her braveness was passed around Greek media, and in December the Academy of Athens gave Doaa an award for her bravery. She later traveled to Sweden to be reunited with her family. In conclusion, Doaa Al Zamel went from Syria to Egypt, found love and went on the Mediterranean Sea with her fiancé Bassem on a cramped boat to Europe, had her boat crashed and took 2 babies, had a boat spot her and take her to Greece, finally reuniting with her family in Sweden. I hoped you enjoyed the story of a brave young woman's journey to find hope in a new land. Thank you for watching.